Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Assalamu alaikum and greetings, AliShanMao here. Today I have here with me the DJI Inspire 2 aircraft sitting right here. We will take it outside the box, take a closer look at it, talk about its key features. Yes, key features, because if I talk about all the features of this revolutionary aircraft, this video is going to be very lengthy, or probably I have to post a series of videos. So we'll focus on the key features of this aircraft only. After that, batteries are fully charged, so take it out for the flight right away this afternoon. Holy! Well, actually, I have been flying it for the past couple of days, and this is simply an amazing aircraft. Now, before I proceed to take it outside the box, give you a closer look and talk about its features, I would like to say big thanks to my good friend Mr. Mubarak, who is also a loyal follower of my YouTube channel, for providing us this opportunity to review DJI Inspire 2. Thank you very much, Mr. Mubarak. So far I have made sure it's perfect and safe, and well, I will inshallah make sure that this afternoon and tomorrow when we will be flying it, I'll do my best to keep it safe. Well, I won't be promising to fly it slow and carefully. I would be simply losing it on sports mode, where this aircraft can do maximum 94 km/h. First off, Inspire 2 comes in this nice carrying case, as you can see right here. It's big and heavy carrying case because it's carrying a lot of stuff. Aircraft itself is amazingly lightweight. I was expecting it to be very heavy like Inspire 1 was, but this time magnesium alloy and carbon work on this aircraft has made it more stronger, more resistant to crashes, and of course lighter as well. Right here, the beauty sitting inside the box. My arms are shaking because the box is heavy, man. Alright, now the box is heavy, as I mentioned, because there are a couple of things inside. But if I pick up the aircraft itself, this one is not heavy. As I mentioned, this time the construction of the aircraft and the material like magnesium alloy used to build this aircraft makes the aircraft stronger and also keep it lightweight. Now, before I take it outside the box, let me just give you a closer look at the box, how it houses and keeps everything safe inside. DJI has paid a special consideration to the safety and storage of the aircraft, and of course we have to transport it often, so this box is actually very nicely built. We have aircraft sitting in the middle, radio has its own position, then at that side we have at this side we have iPad and a charger and everything lying, and then the battery charger, which is a kind of hub. That circular thing back there is the battery charging hub. I'll give you a closer look at it very soon. And at this side we have the DJI newest X5S camera system. I believe that's what it is. We'll talk about the other camera system on the aircraft as well. And dual batteries are sitting right here. Rest, the box gets messy because you keep throwing cables around here and there. Now, the propellers have also got a very special place for themselves. So propellers are actually sitting in this area with two little bars locking them inside so they don't come off. To take the propellers out, all you need to do is push it down and it will open, slide all the way to the right, freeing the propellers so you can just pull them out and install on your aircraft. Once you have done your flights, push it down and lock your propellers back in safely. Alright, outside the box, these are the components sitting here on my table. You have a DJI Inspire 2 aircraft, a treasure chest kind of box, which is actually a treasure because inside is the revolutionary DJI X5S camera system for this aircraft. Then you have two batteries, you have a tool, you have cables. I have left some cables in the boxes as well. You have a charger adapter, wall outlet adapter, battery charger, and a radio control system. Don't forget 2 sets of propellers. Alright, now let's take a look at the aircraft system itself. Okay, first off, let me focus on the aircraft itself. We will talk about it, and then we will open the treasure chest, the camera system itself. Alright, so first off, we will install the batteries. Alright, to prepare the aircraft is very simple. Just first install 2 batteries. Okay, 1, 2. Now you don't have to have radio to raise it up. Before, you will have to turn the power on of your aircraft and the radio, and of course you will have to use this landing gear control switch a couple of times to raise the aircraft up. Now all you need to do is press the power button 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And your aircraft will rise up. You want to put it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So you don't have to turn the radio on. Alright? Now, with the installation of the batteries, 2 batteries, aircraft is heavy. And after you install the camera, it will get even heavier. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now we can turn the aircraft off because it turns on and install the camera system. Now you can open the treasure chest, okay, and your DJI camera system is sitting right inside. At the moment I have to set the exposure at the moment I have to set the exposure on this camera, but hey, wait for it. I'll just take the camera system out, the whole gimbal out, and you can take a closer look at it in my hands. So this is the newest DJI camera system with 3-axis gimbal. To install the camera system, first you have to remove this cap. So push and hold this button and twist the cap. It's difficult by one hand, but you can actually do it. So once you have taken the cap off, you can install the camera system, and if you want to take the camera system off, you will have to repeat the procedure, otherwise you cannot unlock and bring it down. Alright, so match the connector and twist, rotate right, your camera system will be installed. Now if you turn the aircraft on, it will initialize the gimbal. Okay, so I will turn the radio on first. That's my habit, I always turn the radio on first. There you go. Your camera system is on. You can see the video is working, aircraft is ready to go vision. We're not going to fly, of course, I'm just giving you a demo. Everything is working on DJI Go 4 app, and I have also set the autofocus to reset to the center, and your camera will focus, because this is not an autofocus camera, it is a manual focus camera, so you will have to focus on your objects. So I have set it up on a button right here, which is a C2. So every time I press C2, my camera is focused on the center and get the objects into focus. But you can always go manual focus, which is again a 2 operator's job. However, we'll talk about how to film with this sometimes later in the future. Right now, let's focus on the aircraft and features. Now, one thing you might want to notice is the glare and the reflections on the iPad screen. So when you're flying outdoors, it's bright sunny day, you can use shades, but still there's lots of reflection and glare. And you might not get a good experience flying through beyond visual range or live video only. So for that, I will suggest get yourself a goggles, video goggles, which are capable of taking HDMI in. You can see on the radio back here is the HDMI out port. You can take an HDMI out and feed it to any video goggles that are capable of taking HDMI in. Luckily, we have here the eSheen Goggles 2 sitting right next to me. So I will power that up. And I'll show you right away how eSheen Goggles 2 make themselves very useful video goggles to have if you're flying a DJI Inspire 2 or any DJI which supports HDMI out with the radios. I will put it at the back of the radio system. Here is the eSheen Goggles 2. I will connect the other part at that side of the HDMI cable to the goggles, and I will power the goggles on. Inside the goggles, you can see the live video is on. And now if you put the goggles on, I just want to say, wow, man, this is full HD resolution image inside, crystal clear. I can even read the label on the vitamins sitting there. So if you're flying outside and it's very bright and sunny, I will suggest you have such kind of goggles to fly your aircraft, and you will get a very crystal clear, high definition view to fly and focus perfectly on your filming tasks. Now, the DJI Inspire 1, of course, was a revolutionary aircraft which has changed the face of aerial camera or cinematography totally, with its features and camera systems offered. And Inspire 2 actually picks up all the good things from Inspire 1 and improves them even one step ahead with a lot of nice key features that are given for Inspire 2 only. Alright, first off, the design stays almost the same. It has a transforming design, so the aircraft will transform, put its rotors up, and leaves the camera a very unobstructed view for a 360-degree rotation and filming. Now, apart from the design, something that catches your attention very, very quick is right here on the nose of the aircraft. Right on top of the camera, you see another small camera, and you also see two sensors. So these two are your forward obstacle avoidance sensors, which can detect an object up to 30 meters distance while the aircraft is flying probably 50 km/h speed. That is like about 34 miles per hour, I believe. So your aircraft will detect the objects or obstacles, stop and fly around, rather than hugging that obstacle. Now, the other problem was that when you are flying Inspire 1 and you're flying dual operator system and the other operator is turning the camera around, pilot has to stay with that rotation or all the views which have changed. Now DJI has actually provided a small FPV camera which also is dual axis stabilized right here, as you can see. So pilot has his own camera now. It's an FPV camera. It has its own transmission channel, alright, and pilot can tilt it up and down, and it is stabilized at the same time. So now pilot can fly. So now pilot can focus on flying using this camera, while operator can be free. While operator will feel free to rotate this camera around the way he wants to get all the shots that operator requires, that camera operator requires. So now on Inspire 2, dual operator system is even more efficient, more productive for two operators. For pilot, he will be focused on flying with his own dedicated camera. For operator, he will be focused on filming, having with his own dedicated camera and camera controls. DJI Inspire 2 doesn't just have the forward obstacle avoidance. DJI also provided two sensors on the top of the aircraft right here. So when you're flying indoors, it will detect the ceiling or objects on top of the aircraft, and you will not be worried about hitting the objects or ceiling when you're flying indoors. Apart from that, under the aircraft, the optical and ultrasonic sensors, they will make sure your aircraft will hold its position perfectly and solid even when you're flying indoors without GPS. Now at this side of the aircraft, I can see there is a USB port down here and something that says pair. Let me increase the exposure on my camera so we can see it more clearly. Of the aircraft, you can insert the SD or TF card here for you to record your aerial films, because now you don't have any place to insert any kind of card or any kind of slot for TF card on your camera system. Everything will be recorded on a TF card that you will put here, or of course you can use the DJI Sign SSD or other stuff that they have provided, or other means of recording that they have provided you. Now before we stop this lengthy video, let me quickly describe very key features of the aircraft to you. This time DJI has introduced dual redundancy systems for extra safety of the aircraft and everything else during flight. This time DJI Inspire 2 is running dual IMUs, dual barometers inside its belly. DJI Inspire 2 has 2 batteries which gives you flight times up to 27 minutes, and of course they will also provide you speeds up to 94 km/h at its maximum. From 0 to 50 I believe it does only in 4 or 5 seconds. Now having 2 batteries not just gives you a lot of flight time, but also gives you a safety, a redundancy. So if one of the batteries goes bad, DJI Inspire 2 will still fly on single battery and give you enough time to land your aircraft safely. So that's no instant crashing like previously we have all the other aircraft with the single battery. The battery goes back, your aircraft is actually coming down like a stone. Not the case in DJI Inspire 2. Now coming down to the camera system itself, let me bring it closer to you so you can see. This camera system is capable of taking multiple different lenses. Okay, you can always remove this lens and get another one depending on your filming needs. This stock camera system in particular that is provided on DJI Inspire 2 shoots up to 5.2K high resolution videos. Now if you want to know more details, more technicalities, I'm not a camera person in particular, go to the DJI website and get complete specs about the DJI X5S camera system, and you will be amazed what they have given you in your package. Now as we were talking about the camera, DJI Inspire 2 of course has a dual video transmission right here. As I shown you, you have an FPV camera and you have a main filming camera, so it is running dual live broadcasting systems or live video transmission system on board. Now of course with the camera there's a more mumbo jumbo like Sign eSSD, that is DJI Sign eSSD, you have Apple ProRes, you have Cinema DNG RAW, all these kind of mumbo jumbo. I'll say just go and read this user manual. I'll say just go read the DJI website about Inspire 2 and read all the specs about this amazing camera here. I'm just concerned about the main feature of the aircraft. Now, when it comes to the rotor, each motor is generating 2 kgs of thrust, and that is why your aircraft is more powerful this time, and it offers a speed up to 94 km/h. Maximum, we did 88 km/h the other day when we took it 3 km away, and that was coming against the wind. Imagine going with the wind. I believe we can hit 100 km mark as well. Now when it comes to the controller, DJI says you have 7 km control range on this remote control and this aircraft. Well, I believe it does, because we went out 3 km in the desert the other day and we didn't even have a single glitch on the radio signal transmission or video transmission. In fact, we were watching a very strong and full signal on our iPad when we were 3 km away. Now, if I keep talking about the features, I'll keep talking, and this video will keep getting longer and longer. Before we end the video, we will talk about a little about the features, the smart flight features that DJI had given you, and one of them is Spotlight Pro feature, which is a smart flight feature where you can actually have 2 different modes of tracking your object. In that mode, a single operator, that is like you have a single radio here, you are a single operator, you can actually get some of the coolest shot ever with the assistance of intelligent flight system right here. So just turn on the Spotlight Pro, leave it to track the object, or put it on composition mode where you can set a desired angle to track your object. Now no matter how your object is moving around, DJI Inspire 2 will actually fly itself in those directions to keep the camera in that particular desired angle that you have set all the time. Now Spotlight Pro is actually available in multiple flight modes like tap fly, tracking and subject, point of interest, etc, etc. So Spotlight Pro is one of the features, one of the best features that you will be using often if you are a single operator and you want to get some amazing cool aerial cinematic shots. This is the DJI Inspire 2 battery charging hub. You will connect the power on top of here. With the supplied wall outlet, and then press the button and you can actually charge 4 batteries simultaneously at the same time. And this is a fast charger, of course, fast charging hub. It locks the batteries and charges the batteries real fast. Let's not make this video longer. I'm tired of talking about the features. I'm getting tired of talking about the features of this aircraft, and features are not ending. So go ahead to DJI website and read about it. For me, well, I don't want to talk anymore. For me, I'm going to fly this aircraft. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for watching the video, and thank you very much for your continued support towards my work on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel and stay updated for all the regular video uploads. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share the link over your social sites.